Hey y'all, it's Callie and welcome to another weekly reading vlog. I'm getting quite a late start on this one. It is currently Wednesday afternoon and I wanted to update you guys on the pretty fair amount of reading I have already done this week. I have already read 2 short little romance ebooks on my phone in the past 2 or 3 days. I think it's 3 days. I am just in a mood to read romance ebooks and I got a bunch of free ones on iBooks. So that's most of the reading I've been doing. At the end of last week's reading vlog, I mentioned that I started reading After by Anna Todd. I finished that. Not really sure how I feel. There were moments that I kind of enjoyed it, and there were a lot of times when I was like, this is just so bad, so unrealistic. Why he keeps saying, just give me one more chance. And it's a common thing for him to say that. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I haven't rated it yet. I have also started on my laptop the second book in the series, After We Collided. I finished the audiobook for Rich People Problems by Kevin Kwan today, and I really enjoyed it, but I didn't like this one as much as the other two. The ending seemed really rushed. There was a lot going on and I was really interested to see how everything was gonna go. And then all of a sudden we got a time jump to about 3 or 4, maybe 6, a few months later nonetheless, and everything just kind of happened to work out perfectly, and we didn't really get any insight to that, and that kind of annoyed me a little bit, but overall I really enjoyed it. I loved the characters. I was really pleased with the ending, but just the jump from the end of the book to the epilogue was a little bit confusing for me. I have started the audiobook for Furyborn by Claire Legrand. I'm about an hour and a half through that. Currently trying to get into it. It's a little unclear to me, especially because the audiobook doesn't have the chapter distinctions, and so it's a little difficult for me to grasp when the time changes right now. I just haven't really had the time to sit down and process it yet, but I'm super excited to listen to more of that. It's a pretty long audiobook, so I'm interested to see where the story is gonna go. In This Savage Song, I am on a whopping page 17. I read a whole chapter, which means like that many pages, which is like 2. I haven't really been reading this one because I've been reading romance ebooks, but I'm trying to convince myself to read this one. I might end up returning it and just reading it as a physical book, but I'm not sure yet. Haven't decided. That's all the reading I've done. I haven't really been reading a lot. I had a really big presentation in my psychology class today, so now I'm going to kind of start winding down. My schoolwork has kind of slowed down to a more reasonable amount for the moment, so I can focus a little bit more on reading and booktube and things like that. I do want to get quite a bit of cleaning done because I haven't done that for a few weeks. And I just have had really busy mornings, and usually I have my mornings to myself. So after tomorrow, I will definitely have a lot more time and just have some time to decompress and read and just make my way through some of my TBR that's left for the rest of the month. Hey y'all, it is Friday morning and I wanted to update you guys a little bit more on my reading. I am now about 5 hours into Furyborn by Claire Legrand. I'm enjoying it more, but I still don't think the audiobook was the best way to go reading it for the first time around. I do really love the narrator. She also narrated the Ember in the Ashes series, which I also listened to on audiobook, so I'm really enjoying that. But still, I'm not fully invested in the story, and I think partially the hype is getting to me, but I'll be interested to see how I feel. In This Savage Song, I'm on page 104. I read quite a bit. This is the first time I've picked up a physical book. Was really late last night in days. I haven't read Thunderhead at all. I am just really slacking on my physical reading. I just get so absorbed in romance stories and then I forget, and I had schoolwork, and there was a lot going on, and there will be this weekend too because it is Easter and we're doing some yard work on Saturday and I might have a birthday party. It's about to get really crazy, which reminds me, I am only going to be posting 2 videos a week now. For the foreseeable future, year almost, I am going to be really super busy. So I am going to only post 2 days a week so I can give you guys the best content possible, and I will probably move when I post my vlogs to Tuesday instead of Monday, just to give myself a little bit more time and also to space out my videos just a little bit, because I will be posting Tuesday and Saturday. So I'm really sorry about that, guys, but I couldn't do it, and I wanted to be able to focus on myself and reading a little bit. And speaking of that, the 27th of April, which is like a week and a half away, really just a week because it's next Saturday, I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a 24-hour or just a weekend long readathon for myself, because I'm gonna need to cram. I still have like 4 books on my physical TBR for the owls that I haven't completed, and it's challenges that I can't fill in for a romance book, so I need to get cracking on that because I really need to finish these challenges. So I'm going to hopefully do that. I'm not 100% sure. It'll be a very bookish day. I'm thinking I'm also going to go to Second and Charles and trade in a bunch of books and get store credit so I can maybe buy a few more books with that store credit. That's the hope. Yeah. So that's my plan for right now. I'll let you guys know more when I know, and I'm gonna try to focus on this Savage Song at school, and I've been taking Thunderhead, but I haven't been reading it, so I'm hoping that this weekend I can finally convince myself to read more. I finished After We Collided by Anna Todd, which is book 2 in her After series. I hate these books, but they are so dang addicting. I have not been able to stop reading them. I'm already 30 pages in to After We Fell Apart, or After We Fell. Whatever the next one is, I told myself after I finish this one, I'm gonna stop, I'll focus on other books. No, I went right into book 3. I'm reading it online, which is why there's only like 188 pages when there's like over 900, I think. I hate these books, but they're so dang addicting. I just want to find out what happens. I'm so mad at myself, but it's so good that I can't stop myself. But it has been motivating me since I'm reading that romance that I want to read things that aren't romance for other books. So this Savage Song and Thunderhead instead of another ebook on my phone that's romance, which is hopefully really good. Anyways, that's where I'm at right now, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey y'all, it's Saturday, and I just wanted to update you guys a little bit more on some of my reading. We did a bunch of yard work this morning and afternoon, so I am now 8 hours and 40 minutes through Furyborn. I'm absolutely loving it. It's a little over halfway through, I believe, or a little under halfway through. It's so good. I'm loving it. I'm understanding a bit more. I was paying a bit more attention, which definitely helped out a lot. It's just so good. I cannot wait to listen to more of it. It's still not like a 5-star level yet for me, so we'll have to see how the book goes, but right now it's definitely a 4.5. And yesterday I finally picked Thunderhead back up. I kind of like fell out with reading physical books for a good little bit, and so I picked up Thunderhead again, and I am now on page 200 exactly. Quite a big chunk. I read a little bit over 100 pages, and I just cannot wait to read more. I am absolutely loving the story and the characters, and I just love seeing the perspective of the Thunderhead and Grayson. It's just so wonderful, and I cannot wait to read more. I'm going to a birthday party in like 30-45 minutes, so I will most definitely read until then. Hey y'all, it's Sunday, and I just wanted to update you guys on my reading. You probably will have noticed my shelves have changed. I did Rainbow, and then the books I haven't read are turned backwards, kind of like these are. So yeah, so I could have read a lot more today, but I didn't. I was absorbed watching American Horror Story and rearranging my shelves and sleeping and just enjoying my Easter Sunday. But inside Thunderhead, I'm on page 280. I'm a good chunk of the way through. I'm hoping to finish this one this week. I've been reading it for over a week now, which is really long for me, But after this one, I only have one more challenge left for the Owls Readathon, and that is to read a book written by 2 authors, because this one will count for the challenge to read a book that takes place in the future. So I've got 10 days, including today, to finish 2 physical books, and I'm almost 100% certain I can do it. I just need to kind of take a deep breath and focus on what I need to focus on, because I don't have a lot of schoolwork, so it should be super easy to do. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in another weekly reading vlog. Bye!